Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is to share with y'all some tips and tricks on how to write a tiny home business plan and financial projections. So what I'm going to do in this video is just give you some insights from what I've found may or may not assist with writing a business plan that is geared towards tiny homes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and zip on through this little PowerPoint presentation that I've got concocted for your viewing pleasure. But before we talk about a tiny home business plan and some tips and tricks, specifically two of them, what I like to do is just give you a little bit of background about me, and then once I'm done talking about me, I'm going to spend the rest of the time talking about you all and how I can assist in giving you all some guidance and insights into writing a tiny home business plan. All right, so first and foremost, I am a writer, specifically a business plan writer. So if y'all want to avoid the trials and tribulations, the fun and excitement of writing a business plan yourself, please pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I would be absolutely delighted to assist in writing your tiny home business plan for you. Also, I am a published author on Amazon.com. So if you do want to go ahead and tread down the avenue or the path of writing your own tiny home business plan, definitely do it. More power to you. 2 thumbs up. However, at least have some kind of a guide, some kind of guidance, and you can get that guidance from purchasing one of my books on Amazon about business plan writing in general. And then finally, I am also an adjunct professor and subject matter expert for both business and finance. So if y'all have written your tiny home business plan and that's all squared away and it's good and it's edited, all polished, ready to go, however, you're still missing your financial projections, don't sweat it, not a problem. Give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I would be delighted to go ahead and put together your financial projections for you. All right, infomercial done. Let's go ahead and talk about your tiny home business plan. All right, so tip number 1. When you're writing your business plan for a tiny home, you're usually going to start with a company description. And the company description is going to pretty much it's going to discuss, what your organization does, whether it be build tiny homes or you've got a factory that actually builds them in the factory and then you ship them out, or you go to the site and build them, or you put them on a little trailer and now it's portable. Whatever the structure that you have for your organization, first and foremost, when you're going to write your company description, first introduce what a tiny home is. Some people are not familiar with a tiny home. So give them some insights, as to what it is and what you do and how you do it. Then go ahead and also talk about why you want to do this. You might have been a builder building traditional homes for the last 20 years and you've identified a niche in the marketplace. Or you yourself live in a tiny home and you want other people to understand this experience is actually wonderful. It's cost effective. It's eco-friendly. There's so many benefits to the tiny home that you're motivated to build them and help people get into them. Or if you have a different perspective on a tiny home, maybe that you're a broker and you buy and sell these types of homes. Who knows? Whatever it is, first and foremost, introduce what the tiny home concept is, let the reader know, and then also follow it up with what motivates you to get into it. Once you set that foundation, then go ahead and go into your typical company description of talking about where your organization is going to be located, how many employees you're going to have, hours of operation, and the products and services you're going to be offering. Also, in the company description section, discuss about your niche in the marketplace. Yes, the tiny home is a niche in and of itself, but a lot of organizations, they're going to have a little bit more of a specialized niche. Some companies are going to be, building homes that are transportable. Others are going to have a factory and they're going to have, again, the modular homes. Or you're going to build these homes on site, customized for people to purchase. Whatever that niche is, however you're going to follow suit and implement the services you're going to be providing, make sure to discuss that and separate that from the services. Don't just describe the company. Put it as a niche section to let them know this is not a traditional tiny home. Yes, tiny homes in and of themselves are not traditional, but you are further specialized, differentiated from the others, and that's going to be your niche product offering. The next tip is tip number 2 is your financial projections. When you're doing your financial projections, when you're doing your tiny home business, you're not doing it for kicks and giggles. You're not doing it, for the most part, to be a nonprofit organization. You are generating revenues and you want to hopefully generate profits. In order to identify how many tiny homes you need to sell in order to achieve the profits that you want, you're going to need some kind of a basic profit and loss statement. So here's a proposed structure that I would use when I'm writing a tiny home business plan. It would be broken into 3 segments. The first one is going to be your revenues. Second one is going to be your fixed costs. And then finally, the third segment is going to be your profits. And the way this would work would be you first identify what your service is going to be. And for this example right here, average tiny home sold, this is going to be a construction company focused on tiny homes. Average sale price is going to be $25,000. This is just a fictitious number, but from what I've done, from what I've researched, tiny homes are significantly less as compared to the regular homes. So maybe an average price would be $25,000. Identify what your variable costs are. In this hypothetical, it's going to be $12,500. In order to get your gross profits, you're going to back out the $12,500 from the $25,000, and voila, you've got your $12,500, which is gross profits. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to identify how many homes you're going to sell on a monthly basis. I've, again, a little bit of research saying that 5 to 10 homes is not unreasonable. We're going a little bit conservative in this example, and I'm going to say 3 homes. So I'm going to hit 3 homes. We're going to then multiply that by the gross profit, $12,500, and that's going to give us our total gross profit, $37,500. Next, the second revenue source might be some extras. You might be adding some additional features to the home that's not typically there. In this example, we're going to say that the price is going to be about $5,000, variable cost 2. Play the same game with the gross profits, back out the variable from the price. It's going to give you your gross profits $3,000. And we're going to say that the average amenity or average upgrade on a tiny home is $5,000. And you're going to do that for each one. You're going to multiply your gross profits $3,000 by 3, gives us a gross profit for extra services of $9,000. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to total up, or we're going to add together the extra services and the average tiny home gross profits, which is going to give us $46,500 for the total gross profits. Since we are doing this on a monthly basis, we're going to multiply that $46,500 by 1, which is going to give us $46,500. So what this means is that if we sell 3 homes and we sell 3 upgrades, we are going to have gross profits of approximately $46,500 for the month. Next thing we need to do is we need to figure out what our monthly fixed costs are going to be. For this hypothetical, we're saying the loan amount, or the loan that we're paying, is going to be about $2,500 a month. Inventory costs about $2,500. Labor $7,500. Space rental if we're going to have a factory, or if we're going to have a factory, it's going to be a lot larger than that. But maybe it's a warehouse, $4,500. Utilities $900. Marketing $2,500. Accounting, legal, insurance $500. And the wonderful miscellaneous, the catch-all category, and the catch-all category for this particular example, $3,500. Once we identify our fixed costs, we're then going to add up all of our fixed costs. Again, in this example, total fixed cost $24,500. Next, segment number 3, monthly profits. The way we're going to calculate this, we're going to take our monthly gross profits, $46,500, which we got from right here. We put it down right here. And then we're going to take this little number right here, $24,400. We're going to zip it on right down here, monthly cost, $24,400. And then finally, we are going to subtract that $24,500 from the $46,500. And that's going to give us a net profit of $22,100. So what does this mean to us? This means that if we have an average tiny home sales price of $25,000 and we sell 3 of them every month, and we upgrade all 3 homes by $5,000 approximately, keep our fixed costs at about $24,400, our net profits at the end of each month are going to be about $22,100. Now, the beautiful thing about having this structure right here is that, let's say price of wood goes up and we need to go ahead and change our variable cost. Well, once you have this model set up, you just change this variable cost maybe from $12,500 to $13,000. and that's going to immediately impact the profits down here. So now you've got a working profit and loss statement that you're going to be able to utilize not only in your business plan, but also in day-to-day operations to help you understand what your profits are going to be and how you need to adjust your sales price in order to maintain your bottom line. All right, so with that said, in summary, when you are writing your tiny home business plan, first and foremost, follow some kind of a format. If you open up a Word document and you've got that white screen in front of you, and you are going to write your tiny home business plan all by your lonesome, you might be staring at that screen for quite some time, extending that loneliness until who knows how long. A better strategy may be to go ahead, go to the SBA website, get some kind of a template, and use that template in your tiny homes. Yes, you're going to have to customize it. You're probably going to have a hard time finding a tiny home template, of course, unless you go to my website, and I am in the works of writing up a tiny home business plan template right now. It's not done, will be done soon, but if you do need one, at least follow some kind of a proven format when you're writing your tiny home. Next, keep the star of the show as the business. Yes, you might have been in the construction industry or the real estate industry for the last 20 years, and you've owned 3 businesses, and you sold all of them because they were so successful, and so on and so forth. Yes, that is a huge factor in the business, and it's going to be a huge driving factor for the success of the business, but people are going to be going to your business to buy the tiny homes, not for you. So keep in mind, the star of the show has to be your business. Keep the star of the show as your business. Talk about your business. Talk about the market. Talk about what you're going to be offering. Talk about your customers. Talk about your profits. Talk about your costs. Talk about your marketing. Talk about everything about your business, but leave yourself as a small fraction of that. And finally, if you do need some assistance, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Be delighted to assist in helping you write your tiny home business plan, or heck, any other business plan for that matter. All right, so if you would like some more information on how to write a tiny home business plan, please jump over to my website at qualitybusinessplan.com/how to write a tiny house business plan. And if you all do want a template, I'm not done with the tiny home template yet. I'm writing it up. The business plan for the business plan template for a tiny home, not done yet. It's on my list. So if you do want that template, if you do want that template, go to qualitybusinessplan.com/business plan templates. And if it's not there, send me an email. Let me know that you'd like it, and I'm going to do my best to move it up to the top of the list. It might take me anywhere between 24 hours to 30 to 45 days, depending on how busy I am. But if I don't know you need it, then I can't move it up, and so just keep that in mind. And finally, as always, hopefully this video is helpful and so giving you some couple of insights as to how to write a tiny home business plan. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. And as always, have a fantastic day. Thank you.